Welcome back to our channel, the Nachos channel, and we are back with another installment. So first things first, business out of the way, please like, share, subscribe, do the things that need to be done, press that notification bell so you can become the notification gang. And also thank you to all who have been engaging our content. You are loved by us, we appreciate you, and you are amazing. And don't stop, continue. Yes. In today's installment, we are talking about
living within the pandemic that is upon us right now.
Oh my God. Okay, what about it?
Just how it's been for us. We're just gonna share how it's been for us as the Nachos at home, in our personal lives as well, like how it's been for Cindy, how it's been for me. We're just going to be sharing more on that. I think we can start with you though. How has it been for you? Are you dealing with it? Is it just like, okay, it's just happening out there, let's just be home and take care of ourselves and you're fine? Or how is it for you?
So it's, to be honest with you, we are talking about this season, right? Within now that we are back into almost hard lockdown and stuff. I think just with the third wave, man, it's been crippling. My anxiety is through the roof. I haven't been okay. I haven't been fine. I'm not at peace as I was. Also like last year, I think the whole thing was not a major thing for me. I think we had to deal with other things that, like also being in a hard lockdown last year, it made sure that we were protected and, and there were measures like put in place. Now, with everything opening up and then the third wave hitting, then it just became like, then people are losing like loved ones. And now with the first lockdown, it was a bit okay because not everyone we knew was as affected. This one is hitting close to home.
There's a lot of people that that have it. There's people that are passing away now.
Yeah, like this morning we even received a message that someone passed on, and we had just met the person this year actually, and he was the nicest guy ever, and he's no longer, guys. I think it has been bad. It has been crippling. It has not been the nicest experience. But look, I think I shared a post a few weeks ago about what anxiety has been doing to me, especially within the exposures. Like this past week or so, I was exposed, but I was working, and in my head, I'm just like, but Jesus, I'm doing your work. Why now am I being exposed to this thing, I shared goods, it was crippling, but in me being crippled by my anxiety, I need to constantly take my thoughts captive. I constantly need to replace them with the truth, God's truth. I constantly need to read the word. I need to delve into the world. Wow. I need to delve into the word in order for me to stay sane and to have peace.
Okay, but then what did that anxiety look like for you? Like, you can't sleep at night, or are you having panic attacks? What was it?
So I can say, I don't know if it's panic attack, but the anxiety attack is like, okay, so firstly, in terms of feel crippling, like my body took a knock, right? Besides having like my sinus issues and, like healing from the procedure and stuff, I had like sharp pains in my chest. The conversations I have with just the fear of death, and just like I always ask you, if I had to die now, what did you do? Like it's just because there's so much death around us. That's what's been resonating in my head. Like I would say, like yo, because I'm in Zofa right now. Like this is sharp pain, but that sharp pain is caused by my anxiety. And also, at the beginning of the year, I had gone into the ER and I was diagnosed with GERD, which is the gastritis. GERD. GERD, gastritis, which then again gave me a high chest hernia, and again there is referred pain that high chest hernia where my esophagus goes, not my esophagus, something man, my stomach goes up my esophagus through my diaphragm, which causes the pain. And since again, because the diaphragm and the esophagus is close to the chest area,
then the pain and everything.
the pain is there, and then the referred pain. So the pain from the GERD comes to my chest. So I mean, I even went in for a full medical to check, do I have pulmonary embolism, and none of that was there. My lungs are clear. My lungs are still clear. I mean, I went to the doctor again in last week, the gynae now, because I had pains around the breast area. But all to say, I think that was my anxiety. My anxiety caused my body, the health or the strength of my body, not to be okay. And it's just been a struggle.
I think it's also because, like, people will say that with COVID as well, it's mainly it's your mind as well, how you deal with it, because sometimes people get sick because they are scared, so it just gets onto your mind, and then that affects your whole body, so I guess it's a good thing to make sure, like you're saying, that you are in control of your thoughts as well.
It has not been easy. It's still not easy. But if anything, I am grateful that I still have breath in my lungs. I'm grateful that this pandemic or this illness, this virus, has not come as close to home as other people have experienced. Like, we still have our parents. Your parents had contracted the virus, and it was pretty bad. But guys, brother, they got chilled. Is it like I was the one panicking? Who care about who chilled? My baby is just.
That's me, man.
Tell me, how has this pandemic treated you, or how are you handling it?
So for me, in terms of like the whole anxiety thing, I don't I think for me it's because in general I'm just a calm person, like things don't really get to me much. So even with that,
sorry, can I just interject? What do you think? Where do you think that comes from? As in, is it like just a piece of God? Like, I'm only when I hear bad news, right? I'm always telling people, I pray that you are embraced by the peace that surpasses all understanding. Is this the kind of peace that you have?
I think it is, because I don't understand it as well. So it surpasses all that understanding, that even me myself, I don't understand it. I think that's where it comes from, because it's
when we are in the bedroom, please inject some of that peace.
I will pour it out on you as well. But I think that's what it is, and I mean, with COVID, I'll see all these things, but I don't spend too much time thinking and panicking about it. I'll be like, oh, okay, this is what's happening. I know I need to protect myself. I will do that. But instead of, I mean, the Bible tells us that don't worry. Instead of that, like it's like a simple thing. As much as it's hard to do and it doesn't make sense when it says don't worry, instead pray. But that's what I would do.
Philippians 4:6.
Yeah, so that's what I do personally. Instead of spending my time worrying like, oh, okay, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? I just take it to God right there and then. Because I know for me, if there's one thing that I used to worry about back then, it used to be finances, when I was not working and stuff. But my lesson through that as well was just that instead of worrying, take it to God and He'll take care of you. So that's what I'm doing right now as well. Yes, it's hectic out there. People are dying. People are just getting sick. But I just take it to God. And with that, He gives me that peace, that I don't understand as well. So that's, even with my parents, when they got it, it was like, okay, because my mom was explaining that it was just the two of them at home. My dad's blood pressure shot up, and it was just hectic. They were scared he's going to get a stroke, which I'm like, that's hectic, but just take it to God. I'm just like, God, I'm grateful that they are fine now, that you were covering them, you are still with them in all of that, instead of panicking. Because panicking is not going to do anything, like we were saying. It's just going to make me sick. And then at the end, what am I achieving? Nothing, So
Sure.
that's how I feel about the whole anxiety thing and just COVID and how it is right now for us.
Okay, and how have you been living through the pandemic?
So personally, I think the one thing that came out was I struggle with rest. That's the one thing. Like last year, especially with that, because things were not even fine between us.
Mm.
I think, yeah, this year I'm trying to be a bit lenient on myself, but because last year, like I could sleep at 1 o'clock doing the dishes, and then at 5 o'clock I'm up because I have to
What
work.
is that about?
I don't like dishes, like I don't want a house with dishes and stuff. So this year I tried to, to like just forget about it. Because if it were by me, I would do it. It's just that now, because you don't want to go to bed by yourself, you're always like, let's go to bed when it's time for bed, right? But for me, I'm just like, no. So I used to push myself. I was like, before I go to bed, I'm gonna do the dishes. I will bath the kids. I will make sure that there's always something to do. That's the whole thing, especially with working at home. I've realized that there is always something that you have to do. And
Guys, Okarabo is always busy. Like, he is always busy. And I mean, look, I think I understand, because at some point before I was just like, listen, if something doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. Like, I was OCD. At some point I was like super OCD, but now I've just I've just given myself the grace. There's 3 kids. It's me and Karabo. We've got work to do. I've got an 80% job that I need to do. I've got my other stuff that I need to do for social media. I've got another business that I need to run. And then I still have kids. I still have family. I still have to be a wife. Like, for me, it's just like, it's a lot, right? And right now, we don't even have a stay-in nanny. And actually, this is the first year since the kids being with us, we actually found someone to actually come in once a week to come clean the house. But now, because of the lockdown she hasn't been with us for like 2 weeks, and we can feel it, we can see it. But even within that, I'm just like, Cindy girl, have yourself some grace. Like,
I think I need that grace. So that's one thing. For me, I'm trying, but I still feel bad because I'm always like, even like so I think in me, I'm a helper, right? So if something is wrong, I need to help, or if something needs to be done, I have to do it. Like even with you yesterday, you were cleaning here and then the water spilled. I wanted to jump and go help you, but I couldn't because I was holding Zama and I couldn't do anything. The water is there. But for me, I felt bad. That's just in me. Instinct is to stand up and do something. That's just how I am. And yeah, I'm trying to let go of something.
I had to force him at some point, because I don't know. When was it that I said you must go for a hike before you decided you'll go for a hike?
Because you were going out a lot. So I was always with the kids at home. So you were, I think there was a lot of parties happening or something. Like there was a birthday party that you went to, and then a baby shower and another birthday thing. So I was just always at home. I was that one that's looking after the kids.
This, guys, sorry, just to be clear, this was before the third wave. Hey.
Yeah, it was a few months
Yeah,
ago when this was happening.
it was still early in the year. And I told him we're on a hike, because I know that he likes nature. And like, Cindy, I'm such a city jungle girl, like concrete jungle. I'm here, guys. And I told him to go on a hike, and I don't know what he said to me, but it was some excuse.
I had work to do because this work was pressing. I had to do something on that Saturday because you were saying, "Oh, I think this weekend you must go for a hike," but there was something that I had to do that I had to submit on the Saturday.
Can I just say, guys, so for the past 2 weekends, Okarabo has gone on a hike on his own, right? But he leaves here at 6 o'clock and he's back by like 7:30. I feel like that time when he went on a hike, that would have been his time, his devotion time. Instead of, I feel like your hike is a devotion time with you, spending time with God.
It's right? Part of it, yeah. Because I wake up at 5 first here at home. And then, like, from between 5 and 6, I'll have my time here, my quiet time, and then I'll leave to extend it out in nature now.
I feel like he could have done that at that time. So, I mean, this is just me thinking, listen, he just needs time to recuperate and just be like, everything is always like, no, I need to be back. And it's like, oh, what about that? But like, just be, and yeah, he needs to learn how to rest. Um,
Yeah.
but the hard thing I think for you would be the kids, because the kids, like, he's the fave right now with the kids. Everything is Ukara. I mean, I'm just with Uzama most of the time because he just wants to breastfeed. But if this was not a thing, I'm sure Nai he would be just by the dad all the time. But yeah, guys, so he needs to learn the art of rest.
Yeah.
And I mean, I also don't get it right all the time, but
so I think the two things that we shared, we can learn from each other, because there are things like with resting, you are good with it, so you can teach me how to do it.
Really, but
Well, you are way better than me with that. I can take a whole lot of pointers from you,
Mm.
and even with the whole anxiety thing, I can share some things with you. It's just us
100%.
helping each other with that.
Yeah, and I guess that's what marriage is about. Again, the institution of marriage, because we're here to help each other, to be the better person that we need to be in advancing God's kingdom. And yeah, and just I guess in our life and how we do things, the foundation is biblical principles.
Yes.
So what does the Bible say about anxiety? Do not be anxious about anything, but with prayer and supplication, make your petitions known unto God. And with rest again.
Yeah, the Bible tells us that all those who are weary, you must go to God. You go to Jesus for that and take it to Him as well, which is the same thing as well.
Which is casting your burdens to Him.
Just surrendering our lives to Him.
Yeah, I think everything, like just with the anxiety and rest, it's about total surrender. It's about allowing God, aligning to God's purpose for our lives, aligning to what He needs us to do, and also just going to Him and say, hey, I need to shop, and not putting on a facade, because God knows us already, right? And He doesn't want us to have false pretense, false perfection or perfectionism, whatever. You get what I'm saying. That one. Yeah, it's just let's be authentic in how we feel, because Jesus Himself also actually had moments where He had emotions. God gave us these emotions, so we just need to come to Jesus or come to God, lay it at His feet, and yeah, what are the practical steps that we can do? Because right now we're preaching, so
I think firstly, practical steps are reading your Bible and praying, and then talking to someone. I think those three things are very important as well. Like, because sometimes you can read your Bible and pray, but then you feel like, I'm not, feeling anything here. But if you go to someone, a close friend or someone from church.
Guys, I'm just here to clap. Praise God.
Why?
My prayers have been answered. Guys, my husband is saying, talk to someone. My husband is saying, talk to someone. Lord, you are so good. Praise you, Jesus.
Hallelujah. But yes. But yeah, talking to someone is very important as well. Can I find out? I don't have podcasts. Talking to someone is very important. Reading your Bible, praying as well. It helps a lot with whatever things that you are dealing with under this pandemic thing that we're going through. Just make sure that you have someone to talk to. You are reading your Bible every day as well. You are praying all the time, instead of just sitting in yourself and trying to sort things out yourself. And just let go and give God everything. I think those are the practical steps.
I think also, just in terms of now my anxiety, I think exercise has been a great help for me. Just breaking those endorphins, man. Like just doing the things. If it's going for a walk, if it's going for a jog, if it's doing yoga, just do something to move your body. Just let your body move. I'd love to say what you eat matters, because Ngiyakutanda ukudla, guys. But I do think like good getting your greens in, your veggies in is a good, on your fruits in is a good start as well. And just what you put into your body matters. Yeah, put in our minds, guys. Put in our minds. Drink water and mind your own business. No, don't. No, don't do it. Be in people's businesses in a good way, in a good, healthy way, though. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Please let us know if this was helpful. Please share your experiences and how you guys have been living through within the pandemic.
And how you're coping with it as well.
Yeah, and yeah, let's build each other. Yeah, because that's what community is about. Thank you guys. We love you.
Thank you.